Greetings, Second Life sports fans. I'm Jessica Kiko.
I'm Zach Haiku, bringing fresh perspectives on all things virtual sports.
I'm Ashley. Welcome to ATG Sports Plus, your nonstop ticket to all the digital sporting action and live updates.
Topping our sports news tonight, Luke Carmona raced to victory at the Adam Petty Memorial Speedway in the SRL Premier, continuing his streak.
Not to be outdone, Carmona also roared into the lead in the FVA GT Super Series, with Astria Evergarden clinching the win at the Circuit de Calamar Sprint.
And in cycling, Morticia Velota cycled her way to the top at the Paris race, while Eli Bennett sped ahead with the week's fastest lap.
All this adrenaline-pumping action is coming your way. Stick with us right here on ATG Sports Plus.
Exciting times in the SRL Premier Stocks at Adam Petty Memorial Speedway this past Saturday night, folks. Luke Carmona took the checkered flag, with Morticia Velota right behind him for a close second, and Freddie Coolhaven rounded out the top three.
Absolutely, Zach. And after that race, the championship standings saw Morticia Velota leading the pack with 240 points. Kathleen Spitfire is chasing closely with 231 points. And Romeo Hightower is not far behind in third with 229 points.
Moving on to the SRL Indy Pro Series at the Snake Ring GP course, Morticia Velota dominated Monday night, clinching another win. Taylor Arello and Kathleen Spitfire showed strong performances, finishing second and third respectively.
And let's talk standings in the Indy Pro Series. Taylor Arello is at the top with 235 points. Kathleen Spitfire holds the second spot with 223 points. And Romeo Highwater is in third with 210 points. It's shaping up to be a thrilling season.
Don't forget, race fans, next week's action-packed schedule. We kick off with the SRL Indy at the Winterfell 400. Winterfell Raceway in Ratliff Monday evening.
Then we've got back-to-back races on Tuesday, starting with the SRL MD at 4 p.m., followed by the SRL Super Trucks at 6 p.m., and who can resist the excitement of the SRL Dirty Thursday with dirt late models.
Wrapping up the week, the SRL Premier Series hits River Creek in Carmonix Saturday evening. Each race is a crucial step for these drivers as they battle for championship glory.
It's a packed week ahead, and each event promises thrills, spills, and heart-pounding racing action. Can't wait to see how it all unfolds.
That's right, folks. Stay tuned for more high-speed action and championship drama. It's all to play for the SRL Series.
What a thrilling weekend at the Canadian Grand Prix. The Racers Island circuit was on fire this Saturday for the FVA Grand Prix 1, wasn't it, Zach?
Oh, absolutely, Jessica. The Tall Pines track saw some incredible action. The race kicked off at 11 a.m. Second Life time, with racers tackling those 10 corners like pros.
And let's talk about that lap record. Cameron Finesmith from his team clocked a stunning 21.115 seconds in the race. But it was Valky Skylaker from Carmona GP1 who took the top spot on the podium.
Right you are, Ash. Following Skylaker was Salv Markov from La Honda, and Candy Tomorrow of Husaria Racing didn't let them out of sight, finishing second and third respectively.
Moving on to the championship standings, Carmona GP1 leads the Constructors' Championship with a solid 89 points.
La Honda's not far behind with 66 points, and Husaria Racing is keeping the competition tight at 58 points.
In the Drivers' Championship, it's Valky Skylaker from Carmona GP1 leading with 57 points, followed closely by Salv Markov of the La Honda with 51 points and Candy Tomorrow from Husaria Racing with 39 points.
And the FVA's GT Super Series is back. The Tokyo Street Circuit was a spectacle on February 10th. Pasta Lopez took the victory in the sprint race, followed by Luke Carmona and Astria Evergarden.
The main race later that day was a stunner too, with Luke Carmona climbing up from 8th to take the win. Astria Evergarden again in second, and Pasta Lopez running out the top three.
Fast forward to February 17th at the Circuit del Camar. Azria Evergarden dominated the sprint with Luke Carmona just a hair's breadth behind. Jesus Crisp completed the podium.
And the Calamar main race saw Luke Carmona pulling off another stunner, winning from 14th on the grid. Azria Evergarden kept it close, and Nicole Dallas secured third.
Well, let's check the scoreboard. Luke Carmona leads the GTSS Drivers' Championship with 118 points. Azria Evergarden follows with 108, and Pasta Lopez is in third with 83 points.
It's been an electrifying start to the GT Super Series, and with the rebranding, we've got a new trailer to get the fans revved up.
That's right, folks. Stay tuned for more engine roaring action from the FBA.
And now let's trot over to the Second Life Equestrian calendar. We've got some exciting events lined up this week, right, Jessica?
That's right, Ash. Kicking off on Thursday, the 22nd of February, we have pop-up events with Cinder from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. It's set to be an hour of fun at Teagle.
Sounds like a great time. Participants can look forward to learning about an event and then diving right into the action. Plus, there are participation ribbons from 1st to 10th place.
Can't wait to see who trots away with the ribbons. And then on Saturday, we have the Maple Leaf Fun Time, don't we, Jessica?
Yes, we do, Ash. From 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., it's a slot filled with a variety of activities centered around the Teagle horses. Whether it's trail rides, fun games, or video watching, there's something for everyone.
Well, that's fantastic. It caters to all levels from beginners to advanced, and with various coaches and guides, it's a perfect way to spend your Saturday afternoon.
Remember, folks, the meeting point is Maple Leaf Main Landing Point. Make sure to be there to join in on all the equestrian excitement.
Let's dive into the world of virtual fishing with the latest from the NO fishing game competitions. The Gimli Fishing Club is currently open with a total catch weight of 87.54 pounds.
Not far behind is the Marlin competition with an impressive 87.18 pounds, also still open for those angling for the top spot.
And the Sunday at the Village competition is boasting a hefty 205.65 pounds. But that's not all, is it, Jessica?
No, it isn't. When it comes to individual prowess, Basim Soulstar leads the top running totals with a massive 212.44 pounds.
Right on their heels is Bay May Resident with 200.57 pounds and Free Sanders Resident with 185.68 pounds. But what's the news from the Whopper board, Ash?
Well, Grayson Mothman landed a king mackerel at Lacrimosa, tipping the scales at 97.96 pounds on February the 18th.
Joanna Warcliffe and Clyde Barrow 666 resident also made the board with a 49.15 pound swordfish and a 45.37 pound halibut, respectively.
Switching gears to the stringer competition, Loke X resident netted a total of 4.99, closely followed by Fred Sanders resident with 4.97 and a Varial Firehawk with 4.96.
And let's not forget the weekly featured species tournament where the marlin was the catch of the day.
Skylar Loxley reeled in the top weight with a 19.83 pound marlin, followed by Dan Incognito with an 18.32 pounder, and Steven Sahara with a 17.51 pound catch.
That wraps up this week's fishing game highlights. With the competition still open, we're eager to see who will emerge at the top of the leaderboard.
Let's grapple with the excitement on the Second Life Wrestling events calendar, starting with OEW Ascension at Taquita Bay, 10 a.m. Second Life time this Sunday. Stone is set to face Koa in a heated one-on-one.
Then we'll see Lilith Atomos take on Jamila SL and Emma Gray versus Daisy Sue. The main event is sure to be a thriller with Hiroto Katsu challenging Alice Camino for the OEW Hardcore Championship.
Later on at 3 p.m., VWE Sunday Night Endurance promises to bring the heat at Capital City Arena.
Don't miss Honor Pro Wrestling Oblivion at 5 p.m. at Percade, and then UFW Frontlight at 7 p.m. at Furzona.
Monday's lineup features UFW Unbroken at 5 p.m. and FWF Blood at 7 p.m., both set to deliver nonstop action.
Tuesday's got BCW's Battle Zone at 3 p.m. at Blackburn Theater and Honor Pro Wrestling Infinity at 2 p.m. at Percade.
Wrapping up the week, Friday's fights include DCWF Slam City at 2 p.m. in Little Italy and VWE Friday Night Defiance at 6 p.m.
The evening continues with UFW Nightfall at 8 p.m., so mark your calendars.
Saturday's showdown starts with Elite Angel Wrestling at 4 p.m. and WPWF Asylum at 6 p.m.
And finally, the FCW Mayhem Night caps off an action-packed week at 7 p.m. Stay tuned for all the wrestling excitement.
Wrestling fans, get ready for our take on this week's explosive Second Life Wrestling showdowns.
Absolutely, Ash. We've got high-flying action and sheer power moves that are going to make this week's battles legendary.
And let's not forget the strategy and resilience on display. These matches are more than just fights, they're epic tales of rivalry and ambition.
OEW Mind Games was quite the spectacle last Monday, with Paul Slater clinching a win over BK Tigerfish with a little help from Black Ops Bree.
Indeed, Zach, and the battle between Bannock Og and Gideon Ozul was a marathon, ending in a time limit draw.
Omen triumphed in his match against Mark Adonis, but the Duffield clan wasn't having it, leaving Omen in shambles as they exited the ring.
Jenny Mulkey won more than a match. She won the right to have her entrance song played correctly after taking down Bonnie, the wrestling bear.
Leah Duffield faced a setback, losing her liaison role for El Jefe, which I'm sure has shaken up the power dynamics.
And let's not forget Corinne Winter and Tank Ventura, who stood tall in the ring, successfully defending their world championships.
OEW is clearly ramping up the action as they head towards immortality. The drama in the ring is just as intense as the rivalries brewing beyond the scenes.
FWF Blood was quite the spectacle this past Monday, with a carnival of matchups that had the crowd on their feet.
It started with a bang when Rocco and Lupo demanded Space Vix to come out. Instead, Surigor stepped in, leading to an unexpected showdown.
Despite Surigor's valiant effort, Rocco Ratclown clinched the win with a little help from his clown compadre Lupo, who kept the ref distracted.
Match 2 had Natalie Foe pitted against the New Wave North Star Polaris. Natalie's agility was on full display, but Polaris' strength prevailed in the end.
Then we had Vex, the Texan Cat, facing off with Jake Longley. It was a gritty match, but Vex managed to snag the victory.
The main event was a real nail-biter. Venus Mask challenged Sophia Nakamura for the FWF Women's Alpha Championship. After an intense battle, Venus won by countout, but Nakamura kept the title.
That's right, and the message is clear. Venus Mask is inching closer to the top. Be sure to tune in next Monday at 7 p.m. Second Life Time for more FWF Blood, live from Studio FWF.
And mark your calendars for March 4th, 7 p.m. Second Life Time for FWF's first free per-view event for the year, No Man's Land, also at Studio FWF. It's going to be a wild ride.
DAW Amplify brought the heat at the DAW Melee Mall this past Thursday. Before the matches, Donner made his ambitions clear for the DAW Maximizer title.
That's right, Ash. Then we saw Magnus face off against the towering newcomer BDO. Despite Magnus' experience, BDO's stature led him to a 2-1 victory.
Alexa took on the Android Bear Polaris, who, with Robbie Baker in their corner, learned on the fly to secure another 2-1 win against the other.
Yasina's agility was on full display against Nagendra, but the Cyberpunk Banker Biker took the win in another nail-biter 2-1.
And in the main event, the Maximizer tournament's first round wrapped up with Red Umbra overcoming Beta's analytical approach, clinching a 2-1 victory.
Now, don't miss the next DAW Amplify event at the DAW Battlements in Area City, scheduled for February 29th at 6 p.m. Second Life time.
The VWE Defiance on February 16th was packed with action. Cody Hawley defended his World Heavyweight Championship against Michael Carson. Ash?
That's right, Jessica. It was a match filled with drama, especially when Michael's brother Dominic tried to interfere. It ended with Hooley retaining the championship after a misstep by the Carsons.
Earlier in the night, Jadine Rain took on Karen Wilson. Rain secured a swift victory in what was a rapid bout.
Then there was the clash between Morgan Jones and Ren Blackheart. Ren's new protege, Javier Azul, was ringside, but it was Ren who emerged victorious after some failed interference by Kulia, Duncan's lawyer.
Christina Krovac faced off against Samantha Foxy, and it was Christina who claimed the win in that encounter.
And the main event was a spectacle. Infamous Destruction defended their tag team championships against Drewski Oxley and Kurt Bombastic of Diamond Club. But there was a shocking twist, wasn't there?
Certainly was, Zach. Austin Knight turned on his Diamond Club teammate, leaving Kurt Bombastic to fend for himself. Infamous Destruction capitalized and retained their titles.
It was a night of surprises and intense wrestling action that surely kept fans on the edge of their seats.
The WPWF Asylum on February 17th kicked off with a defiant Rena Kadoya, the WPWF World Champion, calling out her attacker from last week and then issuing an open challenge.
And it was Foxy Beth Ann who stepped up to answer that challenge, putting the Vicious Vixens in the spotlight.
In the first match, Rome Whitesong took a hard-fought victory over Katie M.F. Carter with a powerful finish.
But the action didn't stop there. Post-match saw Abigail Katsu attack with a barbed wire bat, only to be taken down by Lady Death and Rome, refusing to play Abigail's games.
Soledad then made a bold appearance, demanding Ree respond to her challenge. The stakes, Ree's mask, with Koi Kiori as the special guest referee.
The second match was chaos. Karma Star and Carmelita Marcel's bout ended in a no contest when Marza Baxton's appearance caused an all-out brawl.
General Manager Austin Knight had enough, laying down the law with a Ragnarok Supercard match for next week and a hefty fine to keep the peace.
Lady Death secured her spot in the Gold Rush qualifier by defeating Kimberly Smith.
Despite the non-title nature of the match, Foxy Beth Ann's bout with Rena Kadoya ended in disqualification.
The main event saw Vena the Kraken Gutpiuda triumph over Mazra Baxton in another Gold Rush qualifier.
A night of intense wrestling with high stakes and high drama. That's WPWF Asylum for you.
FCW Mayhem Night on February 17th started with a bang, especially after last show's tensions. Felicia Zucker stirred the pot, trash-talking Valerie Kendall before their match.
Valerie didn't take that lying down, Ash. She stormed out in a new outfit, ready for a showdown to prove who the Alpha Wolfess really is.
In the ring, it was a battle of wits and holds, but Valerie's sleeping hold and subsequent pin left Felicia on the losing end this time around.
The main event turned up the heat with a special Valentine's twist. Cassie Nova and Carmel Strife faced off in a bra and panties match, with the first to strip their opponent's clothes off, claiming victory.
Cassie started strong, but a low blow from Carmel turned the tides, allowing the Crow to exploit the opening and win the match.
It was a night filled with intensity and quite the visual spectacle for the FCW fans.
Zach, the wrestling scene in Second Life this week was quite the spectacle, right? From the acrobatic high flyers to the tenacious mat technicians, every match delivered a distinct thrill.
That's true, Jessica. Be it an against all odds rally or a shocking twist in the tale, the fans were treated to an absolute showcase. The allure of wrestling, it's the unpredictability of each moment.
And let's not overlook the drama outside the ring, Jessica and Zach. The backstage politics, the unexpected alliances forming, and betrayals. It's like a high-stakes chess game where every move is calculated, but the outcome, always a surprise. Zach, the Second Life Cycling Federation's Paris race really turned up the gears this Saturday with the new track layout.
Oh, certainly, Ash. The new junction offered riders strategic choices, making for an intense race. Giancarlucci 7 took the top spot in Qualifier 1, with Morticia Villota not far behind in second, and Robin Lobo in third.
And in Qualifier 2, Addison Wild pedaled to victory with Mr. C Sparta and Simple Jacket right on their tail, and second and third respectively.
The runner-up final saw Candy Tomorrow sprint to first, Alliance ATL resident claimed second, and Evelyn Ma, 95 resident, took the third spot.
But the final was where Morticia Villota really shined, crossing the finish line first, followed by Giancarlucci 7 and Simple Jacket for the top 3 positions.
And let's not forget the fastest laps this week. Eli Bennett resident set the track ablaze with the quickest time, with Morticia Villota and Giancarlucci 7 resident close behind.
It was a thrilling week on the Paris track, with the new layout offering high-speed straights and technical turns, especially around the iconic Arc de Triomphe.
That's right, and with drafting on all week, those times were seriously impressive. Until the next race, cycling fans. As we wrap up today's coverage, I'm Zach Haiku.
And I'm Jessica Kiko. We've also had the keen insights of Ash throughout the show.
I've been Ashley. It's been great sharing the play-to-play with you all. Second Life Sports never sleeps, and neither does our passion for bringing you the action.
Remember, the digital arena is constantly buzzing, and we'll be right here to bring you the best of it.
So until next time, keep your game strong and your spirits high in the virtual world.
And don't forget to keep the ball rolling in the virtual field.